senior or prepare team or deco. But the share sana, I na ye share be paying some times ago, years ago, until I say she be say I name chiba. Until the agrone confidence ne senior a friendship niti no ye GD yes she obia make sure say we nice to each other and we crack some jokes so that some pressures it will go down. You sure come say there we are friendly, we cheer anyone, and some fans also comes to take a pictures, photos with us, and that's all.
That's nice, but I mean, Oshe, those are the players that are more camp. Definitely, this is the warm-up pictures. We are getting these pictures live from where the match will be coming off, and that's Jan Sommer, the legendary goalkeeper for Switzerland, and he will be imposed. But John, usually Black Stars say do some new players room, the likes of Bani and Mwaba and all. More time, no, a couple of new players, but squad more jelly into the team. Yeah, Bastana, dear Ben Sem now catch on as captain of the Black Stars.
Well, and yet assembly, so difficult behind the new player but on say if you are do World Cup saying and I say a couple of tournament this year, now some of the players near injury, and I say be a coach person who new player be also he is very good at with me in your account best 11 as a 20-man squad or deco 21-man squad of deco in Tiabana sana new player be or baby I said you can you make sure so on so be used to on so bet me together said yeah near old na na nti yenye bi mfin so we dey afin obanti no yen sheda ne nye free and as david make sure say be mo bia okay and one crowd be to senia yesi ni obi edi agro ye kasa bia aya na wa crowd be wa obi feel happy say oni ehia na umma bibi nso nhia so say bia we ni unte bia wontimi mbo na visa but in the field now you be start game ni there and there we make sure say obi be concentration or game yeah ba be born because ye put Ghana, the nation Ghana first. Sana, yes, so ye play body no. Yes, we make sure say yes, we type of player. Yes, we ball clubs near. That's a style of player. Ye one. Yes, we team media about because ye make sure say Ghana, ye better Ghana him. Until I motivate the players very well, especially with Steven Krasso and also the same thing. Until we all learn from each other. Until my energy, send a compact the coffee.
Right, but coach, we are getting closer to the start of the match, and for you, what do you think the psyche of the players will be like going into this game? Would they be thinking that okay, you remember Nkunku got injured ahead of the World Cup, and so do you think there will be some pulling their legs, or they will take it seriously?
Oh, seriously, I think they are aware of what is happening to other players in their various camps, and Otto has been at this situation before. I mean, you remember that 2006 World Cup, he was part of the team, so he knows what it is, and I'm sure he's been able to communicate to the players very well. The team, the management around the team also knows, and Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, they've been to World Cup before, so they also know the temperament before the World Cup. So I'm sure, as John was saying, they talk to each other, they mingle among themselves, they share jokes, so probably they take pressure off themselves. And then they go into the game. In this particular instance, yes, what is happening to other camps? The coach probably wants to see some players. He wants to see how they gel. Remember the game we played against Brazil and then Nicaragua? He said that he has now known his players. He never spoke about he has now known his team. He has now known his players. We are having Salis in the team for the first time. Elisha Usu, this is going to be his second game. You know, he played against the Nigerians in Abuja. So I believe that they've been talked to. They know what to do on the field of play. And I'm sure even the Swiss are also not going to go into this game with the kind of seriousness or the kind of attachment that they'll be doing in their first game in the World Cup. They also have to have a reservation for themselves because of injuries. So I'm sure both teams will go that way. But I believe in our boys and their psyche and their thinking. Apart from a free who plays in here for Accra, the rest of them are in Europe and they know what it takes to be out there.
Right, and a free Banya will be starting for the Black Stars against Switzerland. John, but in 2010, Mekaya, Netherlands, a boy in a pre-World Cup friendly, say I'm almost 4-1 I think that's a Majana Ete Bakuma. Going into the game, what did Djukovic,
That's Milo.
Milovan Rajevac, Deben Sema no Kachemo going into a friendly match like this? Deben Poti no Kachem.
Oh well, ono the your catcher and say making sure say you be winning game na yen stay close na all the tactics are within catcher that.
Okay.
Yeah, coffee that yeah kwakwa say before the game, the day before the game, no tactics are be me abo ne say na be say defending when na no or tray but say kind of encouragement word out the mind, you know, say we should be stay confident and be strong and help each other, compact and help each other. So for that, me won't say like say their coach kind of friendly games like this. We are not thinking about the goal score, the score line, but we are thinking how to know your players or your team that you are going to use for the tournament.
Wow. And so that's John Mensah, the World of Gibraltar, telling us about how these friendly matches usually are used to help the players know each other and prepare very well ahead of the opening game in the World Cup. But here are live pictures from the venue where the Black Stars will be playing Switzerland and in a pre-World Cup friendly. But coach, the lineups are out and you're looking at the Black Stars lineup. It looks like Coach Otuado has left it open for some other positions. We know in the defense, definitely Salisu is started, definitely, possibly Amate will start. Up front, we know Inaki will start. But Barnier, free here now, you find people complaining about why don't you use your starting lineup in this match?
I'm not sure even the Switch is even using their starting lineup. This is a game to assess your players that you feel that they can make up to your squad. Salis this is the first time he's playing under Otuado. The first time. Kamaswa is on the bench. This is the first time he's coming to the team. Efie Banye had his chance when they went to Japan and also when we played Nicaragua. For that one, he even came in about 30 seconds to the end of the game. So I believe that giving those players the opportunity, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you talk of Tariq Lamptey. I see Tariq Lamptey to be as a wing back. I see him as a wing back. That's why I see Dennis Odwe as a proper right back. But in this case, he's playing Tariq at the back, Baba Rahman on the left, and then we have Daniel Amate and then Salisu in the middle. We have Elisha Owusu, who is also a box-to-box midfielder, and we have Salis, who is a wonderful also midfielder in the French League One that is playing. And I'm sure this is the first time both players are playing together. So probably he wants to see how they will communicate, how they will have the understanding, the cohesion among themselves. Of course, Jordan is starting, Andre Ayew is also starting. Then we have Inaki Williams and Efie Banye. I'm thinking he's going the 4-2-3-1 with variation, or probably the 4-4-2 with variation, or 4-4-2 diamond. So it depends on how Otuado has spoken to the players. But with the lineup that we have with us, Atiki Ziggy is he's starting. We have Tariq Lamptey on the right, and then we have Baba Rahman on the left, Salisu, and then of course Daniel Amate in the two center pair. We have Salis in the middle. We have Elisha Owusu. We have Jordan Ayew, Andre Ayew, Efie Banye, and of course Inaki Williams. And I believe that with time, Otuado will make a lot of changes. You know, I propose I want to see the three goalkeepers all being in this game. It happened since Barcelona 92, where we have the late Ibrahim Dose. He may so rest in peace. He was imposed. He got injured. The elder brother of Joado, Simonado, came in. He also put before Osei Kojo, formerly of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, in the game. But this is a situation whereby we are yet to see Dan Lad in the Black Stars shirt in goalpost. We've seen Manaf in the Terrain Cup in Japan. And of course, you talk of Atisigi. He has had a lot of opportunities with the Black Stars. So if they are given the opportunity in this game, especially how they will be able to cope defending in corner kicks, how they build attack, the temperament of this Swiss team. You know, their captain for the side, he plays alongside Thomas Partey in Arsenal, Granit Xhaka, and he is starting and Partey is on the bench. So I believe that giving these players the opportunity, they will be able to understand certain things that they will be ready on Thursday when we play Portugal.
Right, so we're gradually getting closer to the start of the game. Coach gave us the starting lineup for the Black Stars. Well, we do have the starting lineup of the Swiss national team, and they are started with Jan Sommer, the experienced goalkeeper, of course, and then with them, Wedma Akanji of Manchester City started. Dennis Zakaria of Chelsea has also started. Brian Imbolo of Borussia Mönchengladbach is also started. And then Frula is also in the Granit Xhaka is the captain of the side from Arsenal is also starting. Ruben Vargas, Komet, Shah, and then Shaqiri, they are all starting for Switzerland. You look at their last 6 matches, and in the last 3 they've won, including beating our opponents next Thursday, Portugal, by 1-0, and beating Spain at their own backyard by 2-1. And so this Swiss team is a solid team.
Oh, it's a solid team. I mean, winning 3, losing 3. Ghana also in their last 6 games have won 3, lost 2, and drawn 1. Yes, what I'm saying is that they've played 6 games. They've won 3. They've lost 3. Ghana has played 6, won 3, drawn 2. No, lost 2 and drawn 1. So they have their priority. We also have ours. In as much Swiss was able to beat Portugal, they were able to beat Spain and then Czech Republic. Of course, these are a big team. When it comes to European countries playing each other, it's like African countries playing each other. But I believe that when it comes to an African team playing an European team, it's a different ball game altogether. So I'm not looking at their form guide and our form guide. Remember I told you about individual brilliance, individual quality of players that we have in our team. But I'm looking as to how we can play as a team. That is what I'm looking at. Because there's no doubt about the quality of Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, Tariq Lamptey, Baba Rahman, Salisu, Daniel Amati, Salis. There's no doubt about their quality. But as a team is what I'm looking at. Okay. The quality of the switch is no doubt. But they are coming as a team. And that is going to be the difference. That's why I want to see how Otto and the boys are going to approach this game, whereby we will have hope and confidence going to play Portugal on Thursday.
Well, on recent form, looks like the Black Stars are ahead because they've won 3 and drawn 1 and lost 2. Swiss have won 3 and lost 3 in their last 6 matches. And so in terms of form guide, looks like we're a bit ahead of them. But the gaffer of the side, Coach Otoado, has been speaking ahead of this clash. Let's listen to him. All right, before we get back to that interview, we'll go for a quick break. Once we come back, we'll bring you the rest.
Qatar World Cup 2022. Mepisa titu bebrese. Phone bang. Home theater bang. TV bang suno mbeheno.
Hisense TV.
Hisense TV.
Hisense TV. Hisense TV.
Oje World Cup for Hisense TV swa. It's a bia. Picture no. Clear. Coming come way mau. So connect to Hisense home theater and the Hisense TV. Commentary no. Obatin say gigim. As a original hobby. Kenya say, yes, that's the World Cup match. No one can traffic me. And no nema Hisense smartphone and dance. Shower phone so. Picture the sound. Are clear? Qatar 22 World Cup. Yeah, person will share no feeling. Yeah, them sense so tons for my heading. Madam Hisense, Matiti to say. Who? Enter your 20 day. Hisense World Cup triple promo. Everything 20th October. Coming 28th November. Mobile phone, sound system, TV, one Tobia, why yo? Yeah, that's a crime, I'm real. Hisense one about 5 years warranty. Promo way, our Hisense showrooms now, our Ghana for Nina. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life. Premium Ghana cocoa beans. Selected with great patience. Roasted in time, grinded into a fine, rich cocoa powder, tempered with a perfect amount of milk for a rich and creamy taste, filled with abundant goodness of the satisfying taste of cocoa, enriched with a burst of B vitamins, iron, and zinc. Nish chocolate drink. Taste of Ghana. This advert is FDA approved.
Then up to the match between Ghana and Switzerland, coming off at the TS Stadium in Abu Dhabi, and the Black Star squad is out. The Switzerland squad is also out. I do have the Rock of Gibraltar here, John Mensah, and then of course Kusefa. And you see, when I see such pictures, Charlie, one day Ghana will get there. All right, and so we are moving on to listen to Coach Otuado, who has been speaking ahead of this particular clash. Let's listen to Coach Otuado.
We have the possibility to play against, very good team. It's a good challenge before the World Cup and the last test, and for us it's very, very good to try some things and to see also in which position some play, and then also from a tactical point of view, we can also have some more insight on tactical things. We have a lot of still a lot of work to do. We analyze Switzerland, so we have to adapt to their style, and because depending on their system, there are different positions we have to take in different gaps we have to use, and then also defensively it's a bit of a different approach, so this demands sometimes also different players. So but we're prepared, and it's actually in all it's a very good preparation for Portugal. A very, very strong team. They've shown that with qualifying for the World Cup that they are really, really good team. They have good players in their team who play high clubs, and for us it's a
Right,
very, very good test.
Back to the
Everybody
studio.
is ready, everybody's hungry, we're looking forward for the World Cup.
Coach Otuado, who's been speaking ahead of the game. But John, usually one of the things I see and I say one other players more watching, especially defenders, no more watching. But there were points after only Jerry coming Kumbo Kakra, only Sheila Liasu Ebo Kakra, na Isaac Vosamu na Bemu. Yes, now we do have Salisu and Yamati. It's like Omon boy and chair. In these situations, no, a dear dinner ya or fellow defender, and the only ball left and right.
Thank you. I would say Obocha na say different defender biba. O experience I want. O maybe sure say Obama opponent, so I get used to. And I debut so make sure so nebekasa communication nebe more. So only the communication I am mistakes baby. Obefi say we could defend it. But walk over but be an honest himself could defend it. Now one corner so anchor. Now I say mummy only am betting my mexibon. Until say more communication e come more. If you say beboa, say the be am bet me a pay more a be compact to actually. Yes sir.
Okay, Otuado defensively, who didn't say or born home thing.
Oh yeah, I won't say according to his speech now.
Because you're in Brazil no come.
No, say according to his speech now. Also, I can say to see his tactics. It's not about the score line, but it's about to this particular friendly games now. You need to know the tactics or players now. Which someone bet me abuama or senebea when you beji. Until or share players via officer. Obet me you so mu say no de na bia few regular players bia tekakra atwen sa other players say we new we bet me substitute na year manabo na until officer or boy na on that underrated say obia on team shetin so team near too much man but obe make sure so be she but obe make sure so be hwe the taxes na omo boni ye ama say mistakes bia na omo control no obet me a chrom no motimi I get back to on formation officer or mobile.
But Coach, you listened to Coach Otuado, and he was saying that they will try and adapt to their play. They will try and study how they come into the game and adapt. Do you think is the best way to go into such games?
Of course, that was exactly what I was saying before he came, and I think that it is in order. I mean, you need to try different players, you need to try different system, and this is the last game before you go into the World Cup proper. And I think that new system needs to be introduced. Probably what they've done at training in the last 2 days. And there are new players in, as John said, communication at the back is key when it comes to defending. The principle of defending, the key is communication. Because if you don't communicate, you cannot think for somebody. Although both of you have played together, but you mentioned Amati and Salisu. Fortunately, both of them are in the EPL, but they've not played together. The first time they played together was when we played Nicaragua. I won't talk about Brazil because Brazil, Salisu came in latter part of the second half. So this is the opportunity. Both of them are going to play together. And I'm sure communication is going to work because with their experience, they should be able to communicate. The first time Tariq is playing alongside Baba Rahman, Salisu, the fullback. So how are they going to communicate? It bounces to the goalkeeper, Atisigi, because he also needs to communicate. He sees them as their shield or his shield. He needs to communicate to them. In midfield, Elisha Owusu and then Salis. This is the first time they are playing together. How are they going to cope? Also depends on Andre Ayew because he's also in midfield. He's going to communicate with them. So I believe that as much as the technical is doing his job, the experienced players on the field are also going to do their job. In as much we are not looking at the results, we are also going to look at how we're going to defend, how we are going to create chances, and also defend set pieces. Because when it comes to major tournaments like this, set pieces are key. Corner kicks, free kicks are very important. Because we watch our game against Brazil, their first goal came from a set piece. And for me, I think that if we're able to defend well in set pieces, we are good to go.
Right, and so here are live scenes from the Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi, where the friendly match will be played, the Black Stars of Ghana versus Switzerland. But John, Andrea, you won an ball, I mean, at least from 2008, early part of 2007, but 2008, down to who decided to be hanging but until year. Andrea, you are the type of person who to me lead this squad way to impempen so I
well, impempen so I mean to me is too early now. But then no, me also will be or per se or feeder or making sure say be a born homody or kasa. Kasa so episode making sure say the right thing no make me the right thing. Our fairness. So, and the type of leadership right now there, if you say is okay at the moment.
And what camp no or my problems Anna.
Oh, David, I'm
not
respecting me a lot.
Problem, yeah.
No, respecting me a lot. So, sad, yeah, or no, whom you or respecting me, or you use the word of senior. So, wow, he's cool. So, if he say they will see a watch and when you experience kakra we ho still appear ho side near other place almost a captain paying free ho. Team if he say do the times and also be good encouragement via obetimi the ama boys na team dinner code because so who say players na be boano. And no they are no be say otimi here but so who say players na boano no nko antimi here. Team if he say also esu anyoma bebre we side until he will use it and then lead the team to go high. Yeah.
Coach, one of my major concerns is even though we have some form of experience in the team, Salis and Elisha Owusu are playing in that deep line midfield role for the first time together. And we do have Atizigi being the first choice goalkeeper for the first time ever. And so this is basically a new team being put together, you know, trying to test their will against a very experienced Switzerland side. Do you think that the nerves will be there for some of these players?
Well, I don't think so, because that's the reason why they are playing such matches. Because they need to know each other. If they don't play, how would they know each other? Salis, Elisha Owusu, per their level, they should be able to improvise. They need to communicate very well. I mean, it's a matter of roles, not positions. They are going to play roles in this game, and that is why I see them to be. I'm sure they've been given roles to play. And as you spoke about Andre Ayew, we've been seeing it on camera, his actions on the field of play. Even when he does something wrong on the field of play in terms of losing possession or anything, he tries to let the players understand that you need to be very tough, you need to be courageous. And I'm sure that this game is going to be one game that all of them at the back of their mind, let's give it all our best. They know everybody's watching. And before even the 26-man squad was announced, they all knew what Ghanaians were thinking, how Ghanaians were talking. So if they've gotten the opportunity like this, I'm not sure they are just going to there just to mess up. I'm sure they will listen and tactically they will do what the coach wants them to do. For me, I'm good with it.
Wow. So here are the fans. But John, I mean, so maybe when you're any Ghana for Kasaifa, the almost expecting free friendly match because we'll be on man. You must say your fans say World Cup. friendly match keke no wafa this World Cup because investment kra omo investing omo ho omo ye niema weji ono minti no na kuma nyina di match weji obe advice say expectations in your high was especially such a match against Switzerland.
Yes. I won't say friendly match be or we find so they be some third divisions be more normal match be on person body share or man as a players. But I will say no, whereby it's a World Cup time. It's not just as a club side or whatever. It's a World Cup that is very important. Until me who say South friendly game where I'm fan say just a game be on ball keke share or tactics and so much. But then no, Obia coach be you know said they are coaching let's say 11 man of the squad now on be chance no. Me only say Obia team that because me a plan with me only say Obia team that say he's not going to joke, he's not going to lose himself because if you are going to lose yourself now say joke in the fade up one kasa now you who free out of the squad man I say even cry team na kasa mo. Because Obia no okobo Safran game say because of realize Okojeja no if he say I want to be Obia be should be and it tells he is really capable to do something for the nation.
Right, that's former Black Stars captain at the Rock of Gibraltar, John Mensah, giving us some tips and experiences here and there, and we really appreciate it. But coach, for you personally, what are your expectations for this game? Because we are gradually getting closer to the start.
I just want to see how the players will understand each other. I want to see the kind of system Otoado is going to play, whether he's going to vary it, because we are definitely going to play an European side, which is Portugal. Unfortunately, it's going to be our first game. So I want to see how he's going to use this game to prepare towards that game.
Well, and so it's the Black Stars match against Switzerland, and as I said, the squads are out for the Black Stars. We do have Atizigi in post, and Tariq Lamptey will be starting at the right back. Babat Rahman will be starting at the left back. Mohamed Salisu and Daniel Amate will be starting in the center half for the Black Stars. In the middle of the pack, we would have Salis and then, of course, Elisha Owusu starting in there. And in the offensive third, we'll have Andre Ayew and his brother Jordan Ayew being led up there by Inaki Williams and Hatso Folks, Daniel Banye Efriye. For Switzerland, they do have Jan Sommer, the most experienced goalkeeper in the setup today. And they do have Wedma, Manuel Akanji, and then Brian Imbolo, Frola, Shaka, Ruben Vargas, Ari Comet, Shah, Shakiri in there. But John, Switzerland formal lineup no emudo ye pa o team no mu just almost saw more experience in yan omo good team no. And just say bia ebema game na ye den kakra o players aye de o ma chance en no.
Well, on say na coach can Switzerland no more good team. More we need some matches be more ahead. If you say almost on travel place ni be brilliant. If you say be a team coach ni so if you say be person or the starting no. E be no person you show no hwe o tactics no say bet me akoya man say ne opena. Team if you say or the best team ni start there if you say or you're right because Ghana said okay Ghana funny easy but then no almost so almost first game kobo no omni big team na kobo ntom so make sure say so be comport
and coach Otuado and his technical team Chris Hutton and Didi Dramani and all of these guys, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on them. For you're a technical man, and so around this period, what are you looking out for in terms of players you'll be picking to start matches for you?
Well, Otto said there's no pressure on him, and I believe what he said because he's on the ground. If I were to be in his shoes, I want to see how my players will understand what I told them, whether they'll be able to do what I asked them to do on the field of play, and that's it.
All right, so here are the two sets of players joining the officials on the field for the start of the match, and we're also ready to join them. Let's join the team of commentators and everyone inside the stadium as they bring us the Black Stars versus Switzerland.
First senior meeting between Ghana and Switzerland. For Murat Yakin, the Swiss boss, in the cap there. Again, an exciting time for him after he took over from Vladimir Petkovic. Colorado taking over from Milovan Rajovic earlier on in the year. So it's the Swiss playing right to left to get us underway in this last friendly game before the World Cup finals for these two sides. You can see there's plenty of empty seats in the stadium, as you'd expect for a game like this before the World Cup finals. The supporters generally making their way to Qatar for those opening games next week. But there are supporters for both sides on the near side in the shade. They've been making plenty of noise in the 15 or 20 minutes before kick-off. Here's Ere Kummer playing alongside Fabian Schär of Newcastle United. Here is Schär, part of that Swiss defence. Kummer playing his football at Valencia these days. Ruben Vargas. That need to avoid injury and also the searing heat might just dictate the way this game is played and the pace that the game is played at. Vargas giving the ball inside to Zakaria. Good, powerful run forward from Denis Zakaria, but he's been dispossessed. And Daniel Barnier. Up by Tariq Lamptey, who's such an exciting player. Lamptey playing his football with Brighton and Hove Albion. Yakin just looking to dictate matters from the technical area there, just organising his side. Picked up there by Jordan Ayew. Daniel Amartey to Lamptey, who's been closed down by Vargas. Managed to get the pass away, Tariq Lamptey. Now Ruben Vargas again. Looking to go one way and then the other. Cut out though by Amarty of Leicester City. Vargas has seen plenty of the ball in the early part of this game, playing his football with FC Augsburg. Martin with that long ball forward, but it was easily dealt with by Scher. Scher playing alongside Manuel Akanji, part of that Swiss defence. Here's Vargas again. Zakaria. Akanji. Out to Sylvain Wiedmar. Comarc now. Vargas, the first time ball forward. Real Embolo, real danger man for the Swiss. Delivers ball across the 6-yard box, and it wasn't particularly well dealt with by the Ghanaian defence. Wiedmar. Here is Sylvain Wiedmar again. Shot from Zacharia's block, plenty of white shirts back, and foul there on the edge of the area. Free kick to Ghana, but that was the first real goal threat of the game. Lawrence Atezigi didn't manage to take it in his possession as it was sent across in the edge of the 6-yard box. You can see a bit of a conversation going on there between Jordan Ayew and his goalkeeper. They got away with it, and it stays 0-0. Ghana, who beat Nicaragua by 1-0 in their most recent international back at the end of September in Spain. Abdul Fatahu of Sporting Club de Portugal was the scorer of that goal in a game that was dominated by Ghana. They actually should have won by more than the one goal. The two Ayews combining on the far side, but dispossessed. Shaqiri just ran into a bit of traffic there, but he was fouled. Rahman was just a little over anxious to get at the ball there. The referee awarding the free kick to the Swiss. Jan Sommer in goal for Switzerland. There had been a slight doubt about him ahead of this game. He has a bit of a foot injury. They said the injury wasn't going to threaten his participation in the World Cup finals, but there was some speculation that he mightn't play today as Embolo chases this one down. Real Embolo, first time ball across, chance here for Vargas. Well, he'd be disappointed with that effort, Ruben Vargas. You can see Embolo timed his run to perfection. First time ball fell at the feet of Vargas, and that was a really poor effort from Ruben Vargas. Should have tested the goalkeeper. Another early opening for the Swiss. He'll be frustrated with that finish. Vargas has scored 4 times for the Swiss in the past. Switzerland come into this game off the back of some good form at the end of the Nations League. They beat Portugal, Spain and the Czech Republic in their last 3 games. Embolo has scored in the last 2 of those 3. It's a good time by Daniel Barnier. Daniel Barnier. Here's Elisha Owusu. Lamptey. Very calmly done by Amarty. Samid plays it forward. Salih Samid, the number 21 for Ghana, making his senior debut in this game. Good ball forward there to find the run of Barnier. will say, for Jan Sommer in the end. Good run, though. He timed it to perfection across the angle there between the two central defenders. Ghanaian supporters in the crowd making plenty of noise every time they get into the final third. Wearing the captain's armband, leaves it for Lamptey to take. Cleared away by Vidmar, but only straight up in the air. Eventually hooked clear by Remo Freuler. Salmon. Back to Samed again. Baba Rahman has continued his run down that left-hand side. Kanji, the covering defender. Well, Kanji has made 7 appearances for Manchester City this season. Not an easy team to get into, such as the depth of talent in that Manchester City squad. Plays it out wide. Good pressure from the Swiss. Shaqiri forcing them to play it all the way back to Ziggy, the goalkeeper. Comer got his foot to it first and finds Vargas. See, the pitch is just putting up a little bit. It was watered quite extensively in the 15 minutes or so before kickoff. Vidmar, Freuler ahead of him. Kanji. Comer now. Here's Embolo again. Breel Embolo earns the Swiss first corner kick of the game in the 10th minute. And off Leicester City's Daniel Amartey. Embolo is a real threat, though. Every time he gets possession of the ball, you expect him to do something good. Vargas with the corner kick. Hasn't been cleared properly. And Ziggy with the punch away. Lawrence Ziggy, the goalkeeper who plays his football with St. Gallen in the Swiss League. Xhaka to Vargas. Vargas looking to go on the outside now. Can he deliver a cross? Dangerous ball into the area, cleared away by Amartey. Ghana, who will play Portugal, South Korea and Uruguay in their World Cup Group H. For the Swiss, it's Cameroon, Brazil and Serbia. It's a tough group. Switzerland find themselves in Group G. Sane plays it out to Baba. The offside flag is up against Andre Ayew. Well offside. Here they come again, Ghana, looking for an opening goal in this game, but this time Jordan Ayew is dispossessed. Freuler. Shaqiri, ambitious ball forward, but no real chance there for Zakaria. Salisu, Mohamed Salisu, plays his football with Southampton. Here he is. Partey. Only one player in the Ghanaian starting 11 actually plays his football in Ghana. That is the number 13, Daniel Afriyie-Barnier. Plays with Hearts of Oak in Ghana, but the vast majority of the squad playing their football around Europe, in England, in France, Switzerland, Belgium. Iñaki Williams, of course, playing with Athletic Bilbao in Spain. Andre Ayew, nowadays the captain, plays his football with Al Sadd in Qatar. Xhaka. Seems to be a problem with the football. Referee Ahmed Isha just testing it there, making sure it's okay. They're going to replace it. Zakaria on loan at Chelsea from Juventus. Here he is, the 25-year-old. Good squad, the Swiss team. They are in a difficult group, as I was saying, but if they were to come out of that group, they might have hopes of progressing. The best Switzerland have ever done in the World Cup finals is to reach the quarter-finals, and that's a long time ago. Back in the 1930s they did it twice. They have reached the round of 16 in recent World Cups, most recently in Russia. Here's ball forward from Shaqiri, comfortably dealt with by Baba. Owusu confidently played across to Tariq Lamptey. Shaqiri working hard to put a bit of pressure on the Ghanaian defender, so they go back to the goalkeeper. The importance of this game in terms of acclimatizing for the players to play in this kind of heat is important, as Ghana send the ball into the middle. It's comfortably dealt with though by Fabian Schär. Kick-off time, 2 o'clock local time in Abu Dhabi. It's been warm and sunny all day. Knocked it out there by Barnier, back to Lamptey. .15 minutes, 16 minutes into the game, Ghana haven't really threatened Jan Sommer's goal. Switzerland have had a couple of dangerous balls into the Ghanaian area, which have caused 1 or 2 problems, but again, Ziggy hasn't had a huge amount of work to do. Samed. Lamptey, lovely first touch there from Tariq Lamptey, and he's very quick in this sort of situation. Nice play. The 22-year-old who's born in London, of Ghanaian descent, and proudly representing Ghana. Owusu plays his football with Ghent in Belgium. Salisu. Ayew. Sending one forward, a difficult one for Iñaki Williams to do anything with. Embolo just unable to keep that in play. Amartey with the quick throw in. Owusu sends it across to Mohamed Salisu. Baba Rahman. Amartey trying to slide one forward, but Shearer is there for the Swiss. Comer. Shearer again, as they look to build from the back. Here's Vargas once more. Zakaria, tall figure. Dennis Zakaria, the heart of that Swiss midfield. Disappointing ball forward there from Jordan Ayew, goes astray, picked up by Sylvain Widmer. Widmer again, looking to slip one in behind for Embolo to run onto, but Salisu alive to the danger. Nicely laid off to Lamptey there. Ayew. Jordan Ayew, that is. And the referee did well, I think, there to allow play continue initially. Eventually awards the free kick as Williams goes down. Again, Comer just a little over-eager to get at the ball. The two players there who play their football in La Liga clashing, Comer and Williams. Baba plays it forward. Shearer seemed to be pulling there, and the referee agrees a free kick has been awarded. Daniel Free, Bernier going down. So at the 20-minute mark, a free kick to Ghana in a pretty good position here. Bit of 50-50 there maybe between the two, but Shearer has been penalised. Sommer has organised his defence. Quite a high line from the Swiss here for this free kick. Shearer got his head to it. Williams is there though. I think Williams was hoping that that ball might go out for a corner kick, but it's been well kept in play by Zakaria. Comer to Sommer, who's been closed down, stayed very calm, the goalkeeper there. Nicely played out of defence, and Shaqiri now on the counter-attack for the Swiss. Sheridan Shaqiri breaks for Xhaka towards the back post, will be kept in play by Shaqiri, and it's out for a corner. Well, they turned defence into attack. Good style there, the Swiss. And you have players like Shaqiri and Xhaka, very skillful players. Shaqiri certainly has some magic in the boots, and he's going to take this corner kick. Good delivery again, the keeper opting to punch clear. Owusu. Ayew just beaten to it there by Freuler. Important touch from Remo Freuler, the Nottingham Forest midfielder. So midway through the first half, no goals. Probably more threat from the Swiss side. Andre Ayew switching the play out to that left-hand side. Jordan Ayew now, shooting opportunity straight into the arms of Sommer. Just didn't get enough power into the shot. The Crystal Palace player, Jordan Ayew. Easy save for Sommer. Here's Andre Ayew now. Barnier into the area, he went down there, Barnier, but Comer didn't commit a foul, says the referee. Play on. Comer just stood his ground here. Never a penalty, despite the howls from the Ghanaian supporters. Well, having said that, looking at that replay, maybe the Ghanaians had a shout for a penalty kick there. The referee, Ahmed Issa from the United Arab Emirates, deemed that no foul was committed. No VAR for this game. Well, a water break midway through the half now for the two teams on what is a very warm afternoon. Well, Comer might just think himself a little fortunate. I must say, on initial viewing, I didn't think that was a penalty kick, but when you looked at the replays, the Ghanaians might feel a little hard done by. Switzerland, who topped their Group C in World Cup qualification ahead of Italy. Italy, of course, not going to Qatar. Northern Ireland were third in that group, Bulgaria fourth and Lithuania fifth. Very good qualification campaign for the Swiss. Was there contact there? This is a good angle. Well, the more I see it, the more I think Ghana should have had a penalty. Switzerland got away with one there. Ghanaians who qualified for the World Cup finals, beating Nigeria. Bit of a surprise, actually. I think most people have expected that Nigeria would win that two-legged qualifier, but Ghana won on away goals. A lot of people are really looking forward to the game between Ghana and Uruguay on the 2nd of December. For those of you with long memories, back in 2010 in the World Cup quarter-finals, Ghana were about to beat Uruguay in extra time. The last kick of the game, almost in extra time, a header going towards the goal, and Luis Suarez handled the ball on the goal line to prevent the goal and prevent Ghana from going through. Suarez, of course, was sent off. The game went to penalty kicks. Uruguay eventually going through after Asamoah Gyan missed the penalty that resulted from Suarez handball. Terrible moment for Asamoah Gyan. One he'll never forget from that day in Johannesburg. But really, Ghana should have gone through, but for that Suarez handball. One of the most standout moments in World Cup history, I suppose, in recent years. So Ghana went out at the quarter-final stage in 2010. That's the best they've done in the World Cup. In 2006 they reached the round of 16. Otto Addo was actually in their squad as a player back in 06, eventually going out to Brazil, and in 2014 they went out in the group stage. Portugal were in their group in 2014 as well. They'll face Portugal again next Thursday. That should be easy for Gomer, back to his goalkeeper, Summer. Just ran into a bit of a roadblock there. Cher is just having a little word with him. I didn't appreciate that pass. Fabian Cher got there to make the clearance, but it was a close one. Here's a Martin. Now Xhaka. Oh, it's a lovely ball from Xhaka, nearly perfect. The goalkeeper quickly off his line to avert the danger. Nati Zigi did well there. Beautifully timed run from Freuler. Nearly a perfect pass from Granit Xhaka. Goalkeeper did very well. And the referee awards the free kick to Switzerland. Get on with it quickly, finds Ruben Vargas. Kanji to Vidmar. Xhaka starting to get more involved now. Xhaka, here's Shaqiri. You know what he can do with that left boot of his from that sort of position, but a good challenge. Really good challenge from Ayew, and suddenly Ghana turned defence into attack. 4 players in white jerseys forward. One of them was Williams. Comet was there to make the clearance. Half an hour in, first corner of the game to Ghana. Iñaki Williams there has a couple of caps for Ghana now. Played for Spain against Bosnia back in 2016. But made the switch. He said that his grandfather was an influence in his decision to switch to Ghana. Made his debut in the friendly against Brazil back in September. Still looking for his first senior goal for Ghana. But nice to get one here before the World Cup finals next week. Williams right in the middle of that 6-yard box, just in front of the goalkeeper there. And his header goes just wide. It's a lovely in-swinging delivery. And Vidmar didn't jump. Just did enough to put Iñaki Williams off. Couldn't get enough purchase on the header. And 0-0 it stays. Having a great season with Newcastle, of course. That's a lovely ball forward from Cher to find Vidmar. Baba is the covering defender. Swiss with plenty of players in the Ghanaian half of the field. Xhaka opens the play out to Vargas. Towards the back post from Vargas and headed away by Baba Rahman for another Swiss corner. his way over to take this. That little pothole there, probably not ideal for his run-up. This time the keeper catches it. Safe pair of hands from Lawrence Seagy there. Shaqiri, of course, playing his football nowadays with Chicago Fire in the MLS in America. What a career he's had, though. Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Lyon. Special player. The offside flag is going to go up again as Williams just mistimed his run. Just needed the ball played a fraction earlier. Given the circumstances of this game, the heat and the fact that it's only a week away from the World Cup opener, I think come half-time we can expect some wholesale changes both sides. Come up with the long ball forward, but that's easily cleared by Salisu. And then a foul by Embolo. 7 goals he scored so far for Monaco in Liga this season. Bril Embolo. Just a little nudge, enough for the referee to blow for the free kick. Says play on as Owusu comes away with the ball. Corner with the clearance there. Owusu missed the volley. Lamptey then with an ambitious effort from a long way out, but well off target. You can see why you might have been tempted to have a go, Tariq Lamptey, but he's going to have to wait a while for his first goal for Ghana. Zakaria back to Comer. Akanji. Xhaka let it run through to Embolo. Vargas now. Embolo looks to go on the outside. Vargas instead opts to go inside. Good break for Embolo here. Dangerous ball. Freuler just couldn't get clean contact on it. There's a clever little lob to the back post from Embolo. Freuler off target in the end. Substitutes, by the way, sitting up in the stand in the shade. So many of them, they wouldn't all fit on the bench there. Here's Zakaria. Again, just trying to slide one through. Xhaka to Shaqiri. Well defended by Salisu. Ball is going to put out of play just to allow for some treatment here. Of course, every time a player goes down in a situation like this just before the World Cup finals, there's always a slightly nervous moment for those on the bench. I don't think this is serious, though. It's just a collision between the two players there, Salisu and Freuler. Freuler catching the arm of Salisu as he ran through, but he's okay, back up on his feet already. No damage done. get the sense, though, that even with the break for some liquids midway through the half, the heat is taking a bit of a toll on the players here in terms of the pace of the game. One or two already starting to look just a little leggy, only 37 minutes into the match. Barnier the ball inside to Owusu. Now lots of space for Baba Rahman to run into. Diagonal ball across towards Barnier. Can he keep it in? Just about. Lamptey is there in support. Tariq Lamptey's ball into the area, easily cleared away though by Comer. Embolo is quickly onto it. Seven minutes to go before half-time. Embolo getting rid of that other ball to allow for the throw-in to be taken. Breel Embolo, who has 11 goals in his 58 appearances for Switzerland. Scored 3 in that World Cup qualification group. No Ricardo Rodriguez in the Switzerland team today. He'd normally be operating down the left flank. Just has a slight muscle issue. It's a good ball forward. The offside flag, though, up against Shaqiri. Shaqiri himself was a slight doubt for this match. He has blisters in his foot, but obviously okay to play. The referee's assistant got that just right. Most recent tournament, of course, Switzerland got to the quarter-finals of the Euro 2020 finals, eventually going out in a penalty shootout against Spain. Fabian Scher, Akanji and Vargas all missed penalties in that penalty shootout against the Spaniards. Owusu, back to Ayew. Cleverly played through there to Samed. Cross towards the back post is over everybody though. Easy clearance for Vargas. Vargas working hard as well, doing his defensive duties to win the ball back for Switzerland. Xhaka caught in possession there in the centre of the pitch. Andre Ayew. See though, 5 minutes before half-time, the game being played pretty much at a walking pace. A little spurt of energy from the players, but very draining conditions. Jordan Ayew now. A bad ball towards the back post there from Jordan Ayew, but Widmer got his head to it. Back to his goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Sommer, who's playing his football nowadays with Borussia Mönchengladbach, as he has done for several years now. Embolo dispossessed, and then Embolo committing the foul. Jordan Ayew did well there for Ghana. Embolo, who was actually born in Cameroon, moved to Switzerland. He's representing Switzerland, but it'll be interesting. Their opening game obviously is against the nation of his birth, Cameroon. It'll be an interesting one for Embolo next Thursday. So Ayew standing over the ball. Oh, good delivery. Oh. Shot just off target, and that was not too far away from Mohamed Salisu. It was an inviting ball from Jordan Ayew. Salisu got away from his marker. Offside flag stayed down. Embolo will be a little bit relieved that didn't go in, because he was the one who was marking Mohamed Salisu. Probably Ghana's best chance of the game, just a couple of minutes before half-time. Akanji now. Shaqiri, loose pass from Jordan Shaqiri. Don't say that too often. Sure, with the situation under control for the Swiss there. Gets it back from Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, of course, having a great season with Arsenal. His Gunners teammate, Thomas Partey, is on the bench for Ghana this afternoon. Xhaka quickly got the pass away to Akanji. Now Shaqiri. Lovely football this from the Swiss. Is it going to result in a goal? Not quite. Not yet. Eventually it's cleared away by Ayew. Lovely precision football on the edge of the area from Switzerland there. Presence of Lamptey just enough to put Embolo off, and the chance was gone. Freuler might have been better off to have a go himself. Good opportunity for Switzerland though, just before half-time. Here's Xhaka. Spots the run of Vargas, who just can't get on the end of that pass. Ghana relieved to see that ball go out of play for a goal kick. Again, it was nearly a very, very good ball from Granit Xhaka. The referee just tells Jiggy to get on with it, and there is the half-time whistle at the Sheikh Zayed Sports City in Abu Dhabi. At half-time, Ghana 0, Switzerland 0. The Swiss probably with just the best chances of the game, although late on there, Mohamed Salisu had a wonderful opportunity for Ghana, which he skied wide. Switzerland, though, have tested Jiggy a little more. But at the half-time break, Ghana 0, Switzerland 0, and we'll be back second half.
wife is always going to Brakweku's room to watch that new telenovela. And to feel it. Bruh. What chameleon white underwear no? AC a young machine wash brunny white. Sabi, let's watch on the laptop vibe no. Brunny TCL smoothie. Apokra Bachelor 2-0 with them who hits to say A1 over the move. Hey, the woman won't come and stay. Brunye, TCL say, come and upgrade yourself with the best TCL products at 30% discount. Don't be left out. Get your TVs, ACs, fridges, washing machines now. Visit any TCL showroom or order only through store.tclghana.com and enjoy up to 30% discount on all TCL products. Brunye, come and upgrade yourself.
Reliable bookmaker with high odds. Wide selection on events. And bonuses for every taste. 1xBet. Easy use, easy win.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years.
It's Christmas where we shopping. Max buy. It's Christmas where we shopping. Ho ho ho. Everybody let's go down. Max buy. Let's go shopping. Max buy. Buy a techno phone or any smartphone. You can enjoy up to 30% discount. Plus free data from MTN for 3 months. And it's all free for you. Free mobile subscription of Star Times mobile app and all your TCL products. Plus more freebies. This Christmas what we shopping. This Christmas
From now till December 31st, get your Techno smartphone or any other phone brand at MaxBuy now and enjoy up to 30% discount and free data from MTN for 3 months. Free mobile subscription of the Star Times mobile app, plus more freebies. Download the MaxBuy app on Google Play or App Store to shop online. This Christmas, we are all shopping at MaxBuy.
Everybody let's go now. MaxBuy.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from latex foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex foam, your partner for life.
Premium Ghana cocoa beans, selected with great patience, roasted in time, grinded into a fine, rich cocoa powder, tempered with a perfect amount of milk for a rich and creamy taste, filled with abundant goodness of the satisfying taste of cocoa, enriched with a burst of B vitamins, iron, and zinc. Niche chocolate drink, taste of Ghana. This advert is FDA approved.
Qatar World Cup 2023. Mebisa titu bebese. Phone bang. Home theater bang. TV bang suno mbeheno.
Hisense TV.
Hisense TV.
Hisense TV. Hisense Cello.
Osha World Cup for Hisense TV swa. Picture size bia. Picture no. Clear. Mami tafu we mau. So connect to Hisense home theater and the Hisense TV. Commentary no. Obati say gigim. As a regional hobby. Kenya say, yes, that's the World Cup match. No one can traffic me. And no nema Hisense smartphone. And dance. Shower phone so. Picture the sound. And clear. Qatar 22 World Cup. Your person will share no feeling. Your name says so torso for my heading. Madam Hisense. Matitu su say. Woo. Enter your 20 Hisense World Cup triple promo. Everything 20th October. Coming 28th November. Mobile phone, sound system, TV, one Tobia, one yo. Yeah, that's a crime, I'm real. Hisense one about 5 years warranty. Promo way, our Hisense showrooms now. Our Ghana for Nina. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Are you ready to take your
Ghana, get ready to win big with only one Ghana Cedis. Lucky Win is the biggest online casino in Ghana with lots of options for you to win big. Bosu Wankasa. With only one Ghana Cedi, you stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 1 million Ghana Cedis paid instantly into your mobile money wallet. In addition, you win for yourself smartphones, curved TVs, laptops, TCL air conditioners, and many more. So register for free today with a valid mobile phone number on www.luckywin.com.ga and also download the Lucky Win app.
know it's lucky, lucky win. It's lucky win. Oh, it's lucky
Welcome back from Abu Dhabi, where Black Stars, the Black Stars are currently drawing with Switzerland. It's 0-0. The Black Stars creating a couple of chances. Daniel Barnier-Efriye, the key man at this moment. A lot of people talking about him on social media. But do remember that Max TV has the exclusive coverage of this match, the Black Stars and Switzerland. Max TV has the exclusive coverage of that match. And so invite your friends to tune into Max TV to get the best of the coverage from this match here from our studios. But John, first half, no, a couple of chances created by Black Stars, but Switzerland also created a couple of chances.
Yeah, but ultimately was Ghana for more chances. Commit me some goals, but then no, it's good. Say almost suba, fast, but be defended. Back into which say they comport themselves very well, and they don't want to be mistakes too much. So I think they are doing well.
But who said players need to train on nine, and I said I also be a call all out.
No, be a call out. Just a game in senior say and no one and just say because and fast and I say be so be relaxed. David. Could say Andrea, you used to come back defense to defend until who say game no bondi be a try so be one but me who say obi twetwe ho anase obi mpese ode ne ho behye I see say obi ayere no obi aso boane nyankon we kwa wetin be cover.
Right, we got a couple of the fans at Circle, and they are actually enjoying the coverage of the match on Max TV. Let's listen to them.
Mimi side, you say Pateni Kudus Bamaford now. We are okay with this squad starting today.
Now, Daniel Free Bani or a local player, and they were starting. Ocean, Oten.
Mi sum nukra, mi donyami. because this is the time I was saying, your mom who's a chance number. Once on one start here and saying, or be a crime on Mama Canu, yet your mubua, no. But say, and for moon 2 more. Young almost one war, young my muha. And the Banya dear, Ukrainian, yan shall go a mum dear, but me to my satisfaction, dear. Why are dear?
Na Infinite Sage souvenir we never call so about game. It's a game now, nobody in common. So we'll be speaking to a lot more fans here. There are lots of people here who will be coming so that we talk to them. I have other fans who are coming. It's been a very interesting game. First half, goalless. One kasa game net was saying.
No crime, me I say first half nanka blaster bet to me anya go. But being with Daniel Free Banner, what prove you say like why ready say Obebo Black Star because so the players to me call tournament say more chance. Obiso about local league no no sube me no at least say obeya there say ebe to me no so na friend. But with this squad no my idea to be honest my idea pa.
And the Infinite Sage we na you watch the Alba a fan park and you nya inti. You game na you know bekasa. So the other people here are ready to talk to us. I mean everyone is excited about what they've seen in the first half. Goalless, you share go but I said when you Japan.
Papa ani jidie enka wasam kura na mentum nka wa. Ball ni na ya ball ni de. Ye hia go just ne ball ni ya pass ye hu se boys no omo ball no. Ye hu se en ne hia. Go ni de hu hia but yesisi a. Ne ball na ne hia pa.
It is squad now. Otuado select here 26 no. And why you correct?
Oh, 26 man squad no. 100%. Why you adwuma no? Papa we bibia and especially free ba ne ade. Wa ma heart for ye niaje. Then again ne niaje.
Okay, if next say me fa we ma na fa kofi. Nti we game na e be din komo. I mean everyone wants to talk to Max TV because the game has been interesting so far. I have another fan here. Ubashwebi first half 0-0 you nyanshe go but I say feeling that wa ha no eso.
Pacho, the Mimi can say, born in the Ghana, we are just praying, say, you bet me and go. Because the first half, we have some chances. The day Ayo and his brother, they all do everything. But me, the American say, the Thomas party, started for the first half. But Kuchado, we are just praying, say, after the second half, you put Kuchado, you put Yamin to there. Because Ghana, he has best 4 goals. So still we are praying because the last first half we get some pull out to score that goal, but we made that great mistake. We are praying say I made that second half go female camp. So that's what I want to tell.
Intiko na Infinix Day actually bemao ye the way NMA so fako na your game na yebekasa. So it's the Black Stars fans diary. Today we've made a stop at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, exactly where the monument is, and I have this beautiful lady from Infinix, right? Itel, sorry. You also watched the game. What do you make of the first half?
So I like the way Ghana is today. There is no kind of like any hard feelings we have for Ghana. Ghana is really playing very well, and I'm really happy. And I know definitely if we try harder, we could actually score or win this game because my heart is inside. This one, dear.
This one, dear, your heart is inside.
my heart is inside.
So how many goals do you think Ghana can score in the second?
Ghana should score at least 2-0. It's fine.
Thanks for speaking to us. She says that Ghana should score at least 2 goals in the second half. So we'll see how that one goes. Maybe Coach Otuado will make some changes. I have another fan here with me. Jawaba Beshebi. First half, no goalless. Who game this thing?
Oh, born idiot. Ghana for the center coach. I'm on board. Fine. Maybe say first squad number, but second squad so more balance. You say Bibia be cool. So kind of one sa when say second half so the same squad no so about on be professional ball say no body dey for information e cost no me say another squad so about no your mama bibia be cost but me sure say second half no you be win you be shego.
The second half you be go say na can call Infinix e watch there the man we say me fa we man now so for continue game now we would have a lengthy discussion on what happened. You've heard from Ghanaians, they are very optimistic.
And thanks so much Mutala for bringing us some of the interviews from the fans. But Coach, your quick thoughts on what happened in the first half?
Great team performance, and I'm impressed. I mean, defense line has been very good. We are giving the Switch difficult times to penetrate. Yes, 1 or 2 instances they've been able to, but I think I'm impressed with the defense line. Milford Park play, I think I'm also good with it. I mean, Salis, and then you talk of let's just watch the runs of a free Barnier just into the space, and that is what I love about strikers. Move into space where without the ball.
That's
I mean,
very intelligent.
The pass
for
from
a local
midfield.
player.
Just watch the pass from midfield, and you see, anytime there's a pocket of space and the ball goes there, you see a Ghanaian player in that space, and that's very beautiful. Watch this movement. This is clearly something they've been taught at training, and I think it is being shown. In as much that the Switch are also trying to be very decisive in midfield, Ghana has been very impressive. I mean, the midfield play. And one thing is that we have more players behind the ball when we lose possession. Quickly, we lose possession, we try to regain possession. And it has been brilliant. And for me, Efie Bani has made a good statement for himself and, of course, the home-based players. I mean, we've been talking about Efie Bani. Give the home-based players opportunity. You invite them, you don't allow them to play. So how do you see how they can play? And I think he has made a case for himself. We should have been up by at least one. I think Efie Bani had a penalty, and this was it. He stepped on the foot of Efie Bani. But at least, hey, if it had been them, the referee would have definitely go for a VAR. But I think it was a clear penalty, and we deserve should have been up by now. Yeah.
John, not a penalty.
Yeah, 18 box there. No matter how it is, touching the pal kwambia so the pan fall down there, you have to be a penalty. But I say it was quick. The referee answered that near Banhosi, but we feel like omoko share VAR. I mean, say bet magic penalty. Yeah. But
right, now Kabibi.
Yeah, I'm saying the guy did very well. He did very cutting with the penalty box.
Wow.
And create this kind of penalty. It's good. He did very well.
Okay, the guys are ready on the pitch for the second half of the game, and so let's join the feet and enjoy the rest of the match.
Obviously a combination of the heat, but also just a week away from the World Cup opener for these two sides. Remember, next Thursday, Ghana in action against Portugal, and Switzerland will play Cameroon. Referee Ahmed Issa gets the second half underway. We'll go through the changes as they're confirmed. Ball play forward there towards Ayew. Couldn't keep it in play. Widmer to take this throw in for Switzerland. Just 3:10 in the afternoon local time in Abu Dhabi. Still very warm for the players. Shaqiri feeds it back to Comer. Fabian Scher. Bedi, another of the substitutes for Akanji in this second half. Chance here for Switzerland, but the chance is denied by the offside flag. Disappointment there for Okafor. Just offside. Searching for first goal of the game. Ball into the area. Full back goes behind everybody. Switzerland can come away through Abisher. Shaqiri. Vargas. Bedi for Shaqiri. Nice first touch from Shaqiri. And a chance here for Okafor. Oh, just over the top. Well, Noah Okafor, who plays his football with Red Bull Salzburg, close to opening the scoring there. Lovely weight on that pass from Shaqiri. Nice turn inside from Okafor. The shot, though, just too high. Good play from Switzerland. That's as close probably as they've come to a goal in this match. Salisu. Baba Rahman. Here's Ayu. Baba had continued his run. Free kick has been awarded for that challenge. Xhaka. Just caught his left boot there. Over-eager from Burnley, a free kick awarded, but again, it's one of those ones where everybody in the Swiss camp gets a little nervous when a player picks up a knock like that. Betty gets it back from Bidmar. There's Bidmar again. Shaqiri.
Come on, let's go.
Back to Vedi. Sure. Comer rolls it back to Jan Sommer as well outside his area. Switzerland to put a bit of pressure on 5 minutes into this second half. Confirmed the 3 players who went off at the break, as I mentioned, Akanji, Freuler, Indolo. And Betty, the 3 players who've come on. Farah was warming up as well. You might see him fairly soon. This time inside there from Baba Rahman, the player who plays his football with Reading, on loan from Chelsea. Ayu now. Jordan Ayu been able to hold off that initial challenge. Cutting out the through ball there from Lamptey. So Nico Elvedi, teammate of Jan Sommer at Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga, to Abischer, who plays his football at Bologna. Forward now. 4 players in the middle for Switzerland here. Ghana with plenty of players back as well. One of those was Daniel Amarty, who made that clearance, as well as Williams. Williams again, just about kept in play by Lamptey. Russo to Williams again. No changes for Ghana at half-time, by the way. I'm sure we'll see some probably in the next 10 minutes or so. Xhaka sent out to that left-hand side, but again well cut out by Lamptey as he's driving forward there. Tariq Lamptey fouled by Okafor. 2 22-year-olds. Clear foul by Noah Okafor, and a free kick to Ghana. Lamptey does offer you that pace on the right-hand side. Seen it used to good effect in the shirt of Brighton as well. Samid did well there. The ball forward was wasteful. Salih Samid making his debut. Here's Comer. Granit Xhaka makes himself available. Elvedi to Vidmer. Good build of play again from the Swiss, but again good pressure from Ghana as well. Salisu has been penalised. He doesn't agree with that decision. Big man, Mohamed Salisu. Vargas with the ambitious effort, but too many men back in white shirts there for Ghana. Here's Granit Xhaka. Gets it back from Zakaria. Abisher. Back to Shaqiri. Oh, what a great cross that was from Shaqiri. Well defended by Ghana. Ayew. Owusu. To the other Ayew, Jordan Ayew. Salisu. Amarte to Lamptey. Ghana keeping possession. Diagonal ball from Salisu. Comer is there for the Swiss. Offside flag goes up to deny Daniel Bernier. Again, you can see the referee's assistant was quite correct. Zakaria back to Fabian Schär. 72 caps he has now for Switzerland. This is 73rd. Schär. Okafor being held up. Could still be a chance here for the Swiss, but that's easy for Daniel Amarte to clear. And here's Williams. And after Williams goes on the outside of Schär, he's three players to aim at in the middle. Just put it too far ahead of them all. Promising moment there for Ghana. Williams did very well for the Black Stars, but cross then just too far ahead of the three in-rushing players. Nice little turn of speed to get away from Schär in the first place. We'll see changes in the Ghanaian ranks fairly soon, I think. Some instructions being given to the subs on the near side. Nice crossfield ball there to find Sylvain Vidmer. Xhaka clipping one forward, but that's easy for Salisu. Both sides, I think, finding it a little difficult to get into a rhythm into this game, given the changes in the Swiss ranks. 3 changes at half-time. I think possibly more importantly, the heat. The afternoon heat in Abu Dhabi is very testing for these players. Abisher across to Comer. Elvedi. throw from Shaqiri there. Just can't get the cross in though. Right now, here's Shaqiri once more. Abashir. It's Salisu with the block. Salisu claiming that the ball went out of Abashir there. The officials don't agree, so it'll be a fourth corner of the game for Switzerland. More defending for Ghana to do. Shaqiri again to swing this in left-footed. Pretty crowded 6-yard box. Dangerous ball there into the front of the 6-yard box, but well headed clear by the captain. Ayu. Foul by Vidmer. Relieves the pressure on Ghana. Vidmer, the first player to be booked for that rugby challenge. Don't see too many yellow cards usually in a friendly game like this. The referee didn't have much option there. Vidmer knew what he was doing. Confirmation of that yellow card as Owusu comes away for Ghana. Dangerous ball into the area, but again, the referee's whistle blows. Just offside there, Baba Rahman. So we're going to see a number of changes for Ghana now. Likewise for the Swiss, with Fastnacht coming in, Renato Stefan as well. So Vidmer is going off. Zakaria could be the other player being withdrawn by the Swiss. Kind of expected once we hit the hour mark that we'd see a lot of changes on the way. New faces coming in for Ghana as well. Antoine Semenyo there coming on. Kamal Soa is coming in for his debut. Number 24. As we see Jordan Ayew making his way off. A few new faces on either side. Just too far ahead of Vargas. Out of play it goes. 62 minutes on the clock. It's a good challenge by Gomer. Okafor with the layoff. It's going to go all the way back to Jan Sommer. Shaqiri. Not that much movement up front for the Swiss as Elvedi takes possession here under pressure. Just manages to get the pass away. Fasnacht with his first touch, trying to combine with Elvedi there. You can see the sweat-drenched jerseys for both teams. Here's Fasnacht. Plays his football with young boys in Switzerland. There, Kamaldeen Sulemana, who's on, the Rennes footballer, number 22. Another of the players to have come in the last few moments at 20 years of age. Good prospect for the Ghanaians. Fabien Cher going off there to be replaced by Haris Seferovic, the former Benfica player. So it's a defender going off to be replaced by a striker. Just looked there as if Cher was slightly holding his leg as he came off, so they obviously aren't going to take any chances in a situation like that. Seferovic, 88 caps for the Swiss. Hugely experienced striker. Again, a bit of an issue with the football. Not for the first time in this game. The ball is going to have to be changed. Defended by Salisu. He showed good strength there. Did really well. And then Samet with the ball forward. Here's Sulemana. Nice crossfield ball from Sulemana, trying to open the play up to that far side to Soa. Couldn't bring it under control though. Kamal Soa, the number 24, who plays his club football with Club Brugge in Belgium. Comer. Soa was being put under pressure there and actually was fouled. A couple of fouls there, and I think Granit Xhaka is coming over to have his say as Comer goes down after that challenge. Another yellow card being issued, this time to the substitute Sulemana. I think Xhaka wasn't overly impressed with this challenge. Just late. Kamal Sulemana. Second player to be booked after Vidmar earlier on. Perhaps a little bit of youthful over-exuberance there from Sulemana. Caught Comer right on the ankle. That's a sore one. Good to see him back up on his feet. It's warm for the managers on the sidelines as well, as you can see from the sweat on the shirt there of Ado. A few grey hairs nowadays. Murat Yakin, 48 years of age. I remember him as a wonderful player. Just going out of play on the far side. Switzerland midway through this second half, trying to open up this Ghanaian defence.
That's important. So the more you react, yeah, but then you shouldn't be like, oh, you touched me, and everybody's coming out from the game,
Uncompromising clearance there from Comer. Long, high, dropping ball. Could break here for Stefan. Renato Stefan. Shaqiri there in support, back with Stefan. Shaqiri's cross, deep into the box. Just can't get a shot away or a header on target. A chance now for Sulemana to take on Comer. Ayew. Samit. Comer, perhaps just a little pull there on Semenyo. Here is Semenyo anyway. That's a good block by the defender, Ede Comer. Antoine Semenyo plays his football with Bristol City. This only his second cap for Ghana. I'd be looking to impress the manager here, and certainly did well to get in behind the defence there and earn a first corner of this second half for Ghana. Flicked on towards the back post, it's still there, and the ball is in the net. Mohamed Salisu has opened the scoring for Ghana. Switzerland failed to clear the corner. 21 minutes of time. Ghana take the lead. Salisu had a wonderful chance in the first half, which he fired wide, but he was aware there in the area and managed to nod ball home from close range. Just didn't deal with it, Switzerland, when the ball broke off Comer. Fell nicely for Mohamed Salisu. His first goal for Ghana. He'll always remember that. And leaves Ghana 1-0 up. 20 minutes to go. Ghana 1, Switzerland 0. Well, it's nice for the supporters who are in the ground, who've made the effort to come along to this game, to have a goal to celebrate. Of course, they'll be looking forward to those upcoming matches against Portugal, South Korea and Uruguay for the Black Stars. Swiss supporters, well, a little more glum perhaps. But when you have matches against Cameroon, Brazil and Serbia to look forward to in their group, Group G, in the World Cup. So an interesting few weeks ahead for them. But for Mohamed Salisu, that's a moment he will never forget. And Haris Seferovic, Noah Okafor et al. Get back into this game now for Swiss. You don't want to go into a World Cup finals with a defeat on the record. Mohamed Salisu, Abdul Karim to give him his name in full. With the Southampton defender separating the sides at the moment. Quite a long stoppage after that goal. You can see almost 2 minutes. Be interesting to see if the referee adds that on at the end of the second half. At the end of the first half, despite a water break, he didn't add any time on to the 45. Abisher with the ball into the middle, comfortable for Ziggy. It's not a championship game or a competitive game in that sense of the world, so whether the referee does add the time on at the end or not, probably a moot point. Great noise from the small band of Ghanaian supporters in the ground in Abu Dhabi. It's a feature, of course, of the African nations when they play at World Cups. Their supporters are always wonderful. They bring so much colour and joy and noise to the stadia. That's good strength there for Semenyo. Not a bad ball as well for Sulemana to run onto. Here is Sulemana as Ghana come looking for a second goal. It's going to break for Semenyo, and it's 2-0. Ghana with 2 quick goals. Antoine Semenyo with his first goal for Ghana. Really good break by the Ghanaians. Semenyo and then Sulemana into the area. Not too much that Jan Sommer could do. He came out to make the challenge on Sulemana when the ball broke for Semenyo. He took his goal. Well, good pace here from Sulemana. Got away from Fasnacht. Rebounded off Sommer. It fell perfectly for Semenyo. All from a kick out at the other end. Misread by Comer. Sulemana had the pace to get away there from Fasnacht. Goalkeeper was down bravely. That's a good finish from Semenyo. And 16 minutes from time in Abu Dhabi. It's now Ghana 2, Switzerland 0. A bit like Salisu for Semenyo. That's a goal that he will never forget. And it can certainly give the Ghanaians great heart going into their opening game against Portugal next Thursday. It's obviously going to be a tough game for them. Switzerland will be a bit disappointed, having been the better team really in the first half in terms of chances created. Here's Seferovic, just couldn't get the shot away. Haris Seferovic, lovely first touch. The Swiss number 9 now playing his football with Galatasaray in Turkey. Great control. Salisu did just enough to make life difficult for Seferovic there. And Joseph Aidu is about to come on for Ghana. Plays his football with Celta Vigo. Defender replacing Salisu, the opening goal scorer. Job done for Mohamed Salisu. This is that goal. So Aidu is now on to replace him at the heart of that Ghanaian defence. 13 minutes from time, a 2-goal lead to defend. From Murat Yakin's point of view, it'll be disappointing if Switzerland do lose this game after 3 very good wins in their last 3 games before this, but I think they will point to the number of changes that they've made in the second half. It's somewhat broken their rhythm. I know it's giving players game time, but in terms of actually trying to win this game as a contest, all those substitutions probably haven't helped in some respects. Having said that, Ghana have made a good few substitutions themselves in the second half. One of those subs, Antoine Semenyo, with that goal to make it 2-0. But given that it's a friendly game, pretty much unlimited substitutions, Amadou Seydou is about to come on for Ghana. Another change for them on the way pretty shortly. Breaks the rhythm of the game a little bit as well. Tariq Lamptey is the player to make way. Difficult for a team who's 2-0 down and trying to work themselves back into a match when there's this consistent flow of stoppages for substitutions. So Seydou, the 22-year-old, is on to replace Lamptey. With the flick on there. That's Abisher's header. Tidied up in the end by Abedi. Zakaria now playing in that defence after Shara went off. Fans are loving this. Sulemana doing well there to get the pass away to the recently arrived Seydou. Samed. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Ziggy. Amarte back to his goalkeeper, Ziggy. Comer this time taking control of that long ball from the goalkeeper. Here's Zakaria. Tried to send it out to Stefan on the far side. Didn't work out though. Here's Seydou. Will do for Ghana into the last 9 minutes of this match. Seydou trying to steal a yard or two. You can see the shadows just starting to come across the pitch now. Goal that Lawrence Ziggy is defending. Shadow starting to come across. Semenyo back to Ayew. Ghana playing with a degree of confidence now that we maybe didn't see in the first half. Sulemana. Ayew. The layoff there. Number 8 in possession. Towards the back post and Fasnacht with the header away. Here's Kiera again. The shot, just off target. Not a bad effort from Daniel Kiera. Newly arrived from Freiburg. Kiera, whose mum is German, his dad Ghanaian. Not too far away there. Certainly Otto Addo will be really pleased with this second half performance by the Ghanaian team. 2 goals and they have looked much more threatening in this second 45 minutes. Switzerland haven't really been at the races in this second half. Here's Shaqiri. Nice ball forward from Shaqiri that time. Seferovic is in the middle if he can be found. Okafor battling away to try and make space for the cross. Comert's ball into the area that time. Stefan should be able to keep that in play, and he has done. It's too high for Seferovic, and Ziggy again with the punch clear. Just collided with his own player there, Baba Rahman. Going for a corner. Towards the back post, well defended again. This time it's Daniel Piera with the header away. Stefan. Elvedi. Stefan again. Nico Elvedi. Zakaria. Abashir. Send it out to Shaqiri. Here is Michel. Abashir again. Semenyo doing enough there just to put Comert off a bit. Zakaria having to go back to collect possession. No way through there. I do with the intercept for Ghana. 5 minutes from time. Ghana 2-0 up in Abu Dhabi against Switzerland. This the last friendly for these two teams before the serious action of the World Cup finals gets underway next week for these two sides. Lovely bit of control there from Semenyo, who's done very well since he came on, apart from the goal that he scored. And he's asked a few questions of the Swiss defence. Ayew fouled that time by Abashir. I didn't expect Andre Ayew to play this many minutes in this game. Turns 33 next month. The Ghanaian captain. Kiera. Ayew. Rahman. Samed. Free kick to Ghana for that foul by Renato Stefan. Well, Stefan was complaining to the referee, but I think you can see from that replay the match official got it right. Kiera. Well, the Portuguese party, I'm sure, will be having a close look at this game, monitoring their opponents in that opening game next Thursday. Ghana have shown that they're capable opponents, that's for sure, for anybody. They do still have some top players still to come back in, the likes of Thomas Partey, Gideon Mensah as well. Not forgetting Mohamed Kudus, who I think has the potential to be one of the real star players for Ghana at the World Cup finals, assuming he's fit and well. Just forcing Stefan back, a misplaced pass, and another chance for Ghana here. Potential third goal. This time it's a good save by Summer to deny Sulemana, but Semenyo is there. Soa. work with Soa again. Side now. Eventually, they'll go back. But that was a really good chance for a third goal. Seydou making a good run on the far side. He's been spotted as well. He's onside, Seydou, in the area. And again, forcing Sommer into the save. It's really good football from Ghana. They've been much more switched on in this second half than the Swiss have. It's a couple of good saves in quick succession from Jan Sommer. Just a sloppy pass, putting themselves under pressure. A perfectly timed run there from Sulemana. A good strike, a good save from Sommer too. He hit it crisply, Kamal Sulemana. Sommer then forced into the save just moments later as well. Guerra. Fasnacht with the header away. Lovely spot there, the run of Seydou. Just took him a moment to get that ball under control, Seydou. A couple of touches, still got the shot away. You'd expect Sommer to make that save nevertheless. Little check of the watch by the referee. And another. Here's Ayew, no extra time to be played at the end of the game. It finishes in victory for Ghana. They'll go into that match against Portugal next Thursday on a bit of a high after that 2-0 victory over the Swiss. A lot of changes in the second half, maybe broke the rhythm of the game, but Ghana certainly were the better team in the second half. Those goals from Mohamed Salisu and Antoine Semenyo separating the sides in the end in Abu Dhabi after a good test for both teams. Switzerland will take some heart maybe from their first half performance, but for sure Ghana were the better team in the second half, and that shows on the scoreboard. So going into those matches in the World Cup next week for Ghana, as I say, the game against Portugal, the Swiss opening their campaign on this day week against Cameroon. They'll be hoping for a better outcome in that Group G match, but at the Sheikh Zayed Sports City Stadium in Abu Dhabi, there's the stats. It's a victory for the Black Stars. It's a victory for Ghana. 2-0 the final score. For myself, Con Murphy, and all the team here, hope you enjoy the game. We'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.
From the Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi, where we are currently seeing the victorious captain, Andre Ayew, even though a friendly match, but the Black Stars have done the business. Otuado and his boys have won against Switzerland by 2-0, and I must say a very, very solid Switzerland team. Most of the players being started of the side, and the goals coming from Mohamed Salisu and, of course, Antoine Semenyo. You see Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka, the two Arsenal players who have held the fort for Mikel Arteta's side. And so a good victory for the Black Stars. But, John, I mean, Ghana, this is something I expected, but almost to me, it didn't come match with him.
Yeah, which is they were well organized, because we showed defense almost comported very well. Until almost concede goals beyond, no concede goals beyond. I say you share the striking roles and so, and they say almost team they share. Until almost share say after the game now, but I bet you and so. Until who say they organized themselves well, and they did very well.
Right, and so those are the players there familiarizing themselves. But of course, it's happy moments in Ghana. I'm sure Circle is buzzing. But coach, I mean, this is an impressive performance. If the Black Stars do well, we got to give it to them.
Oh, of course. I mean, I told you about how impressive they were in the first 45 minutes, and they carried on into the second half. And I was in love with the changes Otuado made. But one particular player who has made me happy today is Salis in midfield. I mean, he has made things easy in midfield, and I'm sure with the inclusion of Partey and Kudus, we are good to go. Elisha Usu. I mean, I told you about the individual brilliance and the quality of our boys. And I think that today we've seen how they played as a team in their defense line, their midfield play, and the creation of chances, and of course how they attack, the wing play. Everything was combined, and I think that the multifunctional roles that was given to the players were excellently displayed by the team. And I think that Atizigi was not bad, and it's just a few mistakes from him. But hey, this happens in football, and I'm sure that going forward they have about 4 or 5 days to do the corrections on this game, and then probably face Portugal boot for boot on Thursday.
All right, and so we have the guys standing by at circle. See, Ghana just is ready, but we got to join the guys at circle to give us what's happening there.
First ones, no, but your bumpire say team no, your fan piebo because baby Edru no, players like Kakra Yahuno, on my show say they are willing to play for us. So yes, you have support anything, enter on Machi, said the bear you bet me anything, I had a
yeah, that's it. In way, when you say Infinix Techno, ITEL, and the fan park we bring, yeah, that's it. So by Nyame and Kanho. So I have more of the fans here. They are eager to speak to us. This is the Black Stars fans diary. I mean, game no, Aberry, first half 0-0. Second half, you have 2 goals. When you reach, Musa walk up, we will do best.
I say, hey, boys, now see boys, no, I need Celestino to add wine, you muda, papa. So boys, no one has why musician and go fikin ata. Oh, no, but the man of boys, I was watching game. No one, I don't know. It is a mark and support and you support. I don't know. You're supporting you with a no, Bibi Alcodo. Send I'm sure it's me.
Yeah, that's it. In way, watch it out by next time you best shower. So there are a lot of people here who wants to speak to Max TV. I have about 3 of them. So UCC, I mean, we move for UCC Namaba. You watch the game. You can come this way. You watch the game, first half, goalless. Now I say, and Nigerian was so bad. After the game, no, but we most stresses 2-0 in favor of Blacks.
Oh, it was a fantastic game. Watch the way our players know. I'm come on. I just say obviously they are ready for the game. And the share game now. This team was the team that knocked France out of the Euros, and then our performance with them was an excellent performance. I believe the Black Stars, when we support them, they will do better.
Has this one giving you confidence ahead of the Portugal game?
Yes, please. Banye and Atizigi, I think they did quite well. And Semenyo also did well. So we are hoping for the best, that when we meet Portugal, at least we are going to score them by 2-0.
Now we are playing Portugal on the 24th. I mean, this performance, what does it do to the confidence of the team?
You know, actually, I think the confidence of the fans and the supporters of everyone here in Ghana and abroad is actually high by now, because the other performances which we have seen in previous matches and all that, it was really low. But for now, I think it is a higher one, and I think everyone is ready to support the Black Stars.
And we have some gifts for you as well. Thanks for coming. This is from Infinix Techno and ITEL as well. We'll see you on the road when the World Cup starts. So it's still the Black Stars, the fans diary here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Lots of people are gathered here, all wanting to speak to Max TV. Ghana didn't win by 2-0.
I was saying Ghana to me didn't win by 2-0. As I said, Portugal no yen na yakwa boy 11-11. But now man for omutim no say yabeshe blaster. Say Switzerland to me share na say Ghana ya share. Dabi game no who was GD or player be more the fan call. One say Sebio me pesa me kana Ghana for United say. But who boa a bobo. Wow, and say player be deserve call up. Now friend Obiata nechi and to say bibia okay bibia to me fan.
Now you can local players as and they free bani in Yakonya. Were you satisfied with his performance?
Oh yeah, I'm satisfied with his performance. I'm so shocked that he did everything. He did all his best. So I'm just glad that the coach should select him among the players so that you know how you go. I think if you give him more chance, he can do everything that you want. So I'm glad the coach did a very, very, very good job. We are praying that we in Portugal we should try our best and then we go for the win. That's all.
Player been impress you most in this one?
Oh, and the prayer on my manager pay free banner because I'm like the economy so bit like Bibisa. Was not Kotokoni near Casabe Blaze, a fine banner, the own team coeve. But so far no coin and a ball abon. When your opponent to be cry and AMA, but may bomb pie more to say, won't mean force non continue non conanim, near no blame on my Ghana.
It's most much idea munya in here, Monfanco, Techno Infinix, and Itel and a Kawi Boom. Next time you be Shani Akasa. Lots of other fans are here. Everyone wants to speak to Max TV, as I said earlier. So these are the final batch of people I'll be talking to. Game no Abery, yeah. Any gentleman who said Rivers, Ghana didn't couldn't buy 2 goals. Yeah,
oh, Minijipa, the Emma Miniji sent me a Benia from Salem, and I Salem, Samuel Assange, second goal, no, Mamma Nia Jipa. Me person Munkonu say, oh, some of the players are among bosses here, and also Musala to Miami, but we should all support him, the team. Yeah.
Now, Team Nedim Kunim, Yene Portugal, who are Musa, we can replicate this performance against Portugal.
Boss, Yene Portugal match in the day. That is our squad we call the eye, which maybe bets. Is a Ghana the striker? Is he any typical striker which my day? I should go either and my boss like Napoli for player no, your Nigeriano. South striker ni be Ghana was thinking yes, our striker or says our striker ni be. On where they are said the other woman, they are man bear chance better which machine back was what I say. Striker is here.
First half goalless, second half 2-0.
Boss, many are German aboroso. And the ball again are born no. See say Nkolan starts some boy mumbo bida to Dabi. And then for me to keep a coach in the year no. I'm a many aboroso. Next any Portugal match no. I saw to me ball formation ni biasa na any J black ronimu. Na be am
So we would have to end it here because a lot of people are here. We can't talk to everyone, but these are your gifts from Itel, Infinix, and Techno. This is what you need to go with. Sorry. We'll see you next time on the road. So this has been the Black Stars Fans Diary here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Over to you, Kate Caesar in the studio. John Mensah and Coach Ebenezer Sefa did a good job, so I enjoy the analysis. From next time, when we meet you on the road, it will be a different location when the World Cup is on go. We are hoping that Ghana would actually beat Portugal.
All right, and so here are some of the stats there for you, but that coverage there was from Mutala from Circle, and the fans, they're obviously very excited. But here, a couple of stats there from the Ghana match, obviously a 2-0 win, and total attempts, Switzerland surprisingly having more than Ghana, and 3 apiece in terms of shots on goal. Ghana having 1 corner to Switzerland's 1-2, and then in terms of ball possession, Ghana having 55% to Switzerland's 45%. And to hear a bit of the stats there, but the most important stat there is that Switzerland are part of the top 15 sides in the world, and so Ghana has beaten a top 15 team in the world, and that's quite impressive. No matter how you see it, Coach, it's an impressive feat. The Black Stars are gradually bringing back the confidence that we need from them.
And that is what everybody was calling for. And I think that they've proven everybody that, look, when the time comes, they will deliver. I was looking at how they will be put together, how they will play as a team. As individual, their quality was so much that I've said it time and again, but I think that they've played so well as a team. We saw the changes that he made, the players that came on. Antoine Semenyo came in with some kind of physique.
Energy.
Of course, I mean, and the way he runs, it could clearly tell you that when he gets more supplies from midfield, he'll be able to torment defenders. I mean, we saw a free Ebane on the right side of midfield, and the way he damaged in, he goes through the spaces. And I was so much in love with Salis in midfield, Elisha Owusu. They had a block in front of the back four, and the communication between Amate and Salisu was fantastic. Tariq Lamptey, Baba Rahman was excellent today. And for me, I think that as a team, they played. Individually, there's no question about it. Yes, 1 or 2 can make a mistake, but I think as a team, they've given Ghanaians hope, and they've given themselves hope. But we shouldn't be overconfident about this game, but I'm sure the technical team will be able to analyze it properly with the team, and then probably watch the Portuguese tonight against the Nigerians. So probably we'll be able to have a good plan and a good strategy for the Portuguese on Thursday.
And the Portugal game is on Star Times. I do remember that Portugal versus Nigeria, it's live on Star Times. But I'll come back to you, John. But then here's a free Ebane and Inaki Williams also creating a couple of chances, which means that we could have gone ahead by more than 2-0. In terms of the chances, what do you think about them?
No, you see, they make good use of their pace, Inaki Williams, and then Kamaldeen Suleiman, who came on. Fiebane uses his technique.
And remember, we do have another pacey winger in there, Osman Bukari. He was on the bench.
Of course. So that should tell you that we have quality in depth. It bounds to the coach to know how to use them, when to bring. And for me, I'm happy because, one, all the players gave out their best. Initially, we thought that they were going to relax their limbs because of injury and all that, and watch the movement, and then watch how they position themselves. The Switch find it difficult in getting space behind the strikers. They also find it very difficult to get spaces behind the midfielders, and difficult to have spaces behind the defenders. So it should tell you that between the defenders and the midfielders, the space out there is equal as the midfield and attack. So they were forced to use the wide play, and on the wide play, Baba Rahman did well, and then Inaki Williams. So for me, total team play that we saw today, I'm very much impressed about the performance. Otoado, thumbs up. He's been able to communicate very well. You saw how he was wet. He was even more than the players on the field of play. That should tell you that he was working on the touchline. And for me, that is what we are all expecting from him. This is a total teamwork, the technical team and the playing body. I think they've done a very good job. Beating Switzerland by 2-0, not just beating them in terms of possession ahead of them. Yes, shot on target, they were 6, we had 5, but we had 2 balls at the back of the net, meaning that we were positive in whatever we did in terms of goal scoring. And for me, I'm very happy, especially for the new guys that are in the team. Kamal Sowa, Salis, Elisha Ulusu, and of course, Antoine Semenyo never had enough time when he was given the opportunity in terms of the qualifiers. This is the time to prove that, yes, Otodo had confidence in him. And then Salisu, Mimbo, he has made it.
but John, what goal no share now? This is a typical defender's goal. The build-up and how Okofa, Odin was saying.
Oh, you can see that he is really eager to score from that particular angle, because corner there, anything can happen. So far as our honorable born seems saying on, so one can born Kakrabia say a Kopoma, a bit me as goalkeeper. Until we say you see ahead for first time, na second time one sans swing na, or concentrated so be a born or and parents so concentrated so who be a born by and say target to your born out to me head share. Into corner kick there, in fact, so call your defender. Oh, the advantage be say we make sure say obey me.
And in height, so he's the tallest player in the Black Stars at 1.92. But 42nd minute, no another chance Bianca or they share first goal at the Ghana won, which means they will make forward runs a lot. As a defender, Osha Salisu ye Jumano the way I want to chess obeyana.
Oh yes, and yes, say on one kwan personal say or ball say or say, but Osha communication is pen and not just say bibia betra koiza momo say pate we amate ne kasamo. And also near amate kasamo nti ama I say omo no my user difficult so bit me penetrate or more. And to hear mistakes say cry back just a few mistakes ba motimide nya chance ball shot. But then I like the way they organize themselves and in the defense. Yeah.
Well, in the 74th minute of the game, the Black Stars got their second goal of the game, courtesy Antoine Semenyo, and Coach Sefa will be taking us through that goal. Coach,
watch the timing and the block of Semenyo, and then watch the pace. He knows Suleimana has got the pace, and then he delayed the defender, and he capitalized on his strong point. I like the composure of Semenyo. Look at his eyes balls. He was looking at the ball. You remember we saw the Brazilian video out there when the coach was using for the players to control where the ball was coming from, and his eyeballs, his control, and his decision to just blast the ball was excellent. That should tell you that he is a typical striker.
The physicality.
Yes, watch his runs. Kamaldeen was going, but he was also moving because he didn't stop. He knew that he can get the ball in that space there, or probably Kamaldeen can lose the ball. So it tells you that it is something that they've practiced and they've known each other. You see, in terms of communication in football, it is very important, because I know that when I move into this space without the ball and you have the ball, you're definitely going to put the ball at the space. Credit go to Kamal Suleimana, because he could have been selfish, although he wanted to score, but there was a block. But because Antoine Semenyo was at the right place at the right time, and look at his eyeballs. He was just staring at the ball, making sure that he gets the ball at the right time. Perfect goal and the perfect time to score that goal. To make sure that the switch will not come into the game again. Now you can relax and play your normal game. And I think that was why the coach decided to make more changes for the other players like Joseph Edu and Elias to also come and have the feel of what probably they are going to face at the World Cup.
John Mensah, you bet World Cup, no? Quick one. Say it to me, Anna.
It's too early. It's too early. But as the coach says, I say, more realize say be our money to win 2 goals or some particular friendly game way. No just say more quack relax, more quack mistakes getting to be about defense and any midfield. But mid or my at some organization, but then they will say quickly now coach be share some 1 or 2 mistakes be on my number. And I feel so say some play be on more patent me moving to and say on so bad you market to bet me organize it.
Fantastic one, and we need to be running from here because the Novella fans are waiting to what they are telling Novella. But do remember that at 2 p.m. we'll be bringing you the Heart to Folk versus Accra Lions match. Accra Lions are actually playing at home. It's at the Accra Sports Stadium, so we'll bring you that match. My name is Kate Caesar, and it's a wrap here from us to you. Black Stars have won. We are going to win the World Cup. Yay, Black Stars. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Home theater bay, TV bay, so no,
High Sense TV. High Sense TV.